Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I am looking at is the Efflorescent Heartbeat. It's a wild rosehip farmhouse ale. It is 5% alcohol. IBUs not disclosed. Comes out of Seattle, Washington from the Urban Family Brewing Company. Never heard of them. I bought a single at the Growler store here in Noonan. It was $4.99 plus tax. Sounded interesting, so I went ahead and picked it up. Like I said, I've never heard of or had any products from Urban Family Brewing Company. Interesting, yet simple label design. Just kind of caught my eye, so I figured I'd give it a try. Let's get into it, guys. Probably could have done a little bit more research on this beer, but I was thirsty. It's Saturday, so let's just go ahead and do it. It does say on the label, this beer is alive. Please store cold. As you can see, it's very active. Let's go ahead and get it in a glass here. Nice deep golden color, pouring with a generous head there. Nice and fizzy. The aroma, very nice. Very tart on the aroma. Very, very tart. Or, I mean, it smells like it's going to be very sour. Let's put it that way. Some nice floral notes. Tart notes, floral notes. A little bit of a fruity note, like a sour cherry. Yeah, sour cherry. Maybe a little bit of strawberry in there as well. Nice and fruity though, sour, floral. I'm not smelling any hops or bready notes on the aroma, but it smells like it's going to be a pretty good sour ale. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. The breadiness definitely comes through on the palate, which is nice. So right up front, you're getting a nice little sour, mouth puckering note right up front. So definitely has a little sour punch to it. Then the bready notes come in quite nicely in the middle. Some nice, like wheat bready notes. Carbonation with this one is very high. I'm already, it's already getting to me. Not a bad thing though. Very effervescent, very refreshing in that sense. 5% alcohol is relatively low as well, so you could session this. Although I don't know how much of these you would buy at $5 a bottle. It's probably not something you'd buy a ton of, but it's a very enjoyable beer. The tart notes are coming through, that little bit of a sour cherry, and there's like a berry note in there I can't quite place, but I want to say strawberry. It's very enjoyable. The rose, the floral notes are coming through. It's hard to really narrow that down. I don't know. Floral notes are not my area of expertise. If you're a big whiskey drinker, a lot of times you get floral notes, that type of thing. You're getting floral notes on the palate as well as on the aroma. Wild rose hip. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with that, but there is definitely a floral thing there. Um, a little bit of like a grassiness on the finish. Very enjoyable. Kind of hard to describe, a little odd, but very good nonetheless. Floral, fruity, bready, highly carbonated, crisp, clean, refreshing. The finish is dry. 5% alcohol, like I said, so you could drink a few of these, no problem. A very, very enjoyable beer. Efflorescent Heartbeat. Seattle, Washington. Urban Family Brewing Company. Very interesting product. Very delicious, tasty beer. If you like sours, I think you'll really enjoy this beer. See if anything changes with the final pour there. Yeah, definitely some gunk on the bottom. Shook it up a little bit, poured it. I'm seeing some sediment now settling to the bottom of the glass. Very hazy beer. Let's see if that little swish and pour changes it up at all. Maybe made it a little bit stronger, more pungent on the aroma, but the same notes that I'm getting. Almost like a Belgian yeast strain type thing coming in. A little bit of like a spiced bread note now that I'm getting. Maybe a little banana clove type thing going on. Definitely got some good bready notes, as well as being very sour and tart up front. It's very nice. Very nice beer. It looks like a New England style IPA after I shook it and uh, poured the rest of it in there. It's changed appearance. It went from like a golden orange to a full on hazy orange juice type appearance. It's a delightful beer. I'm going to give it a 94 out of 100. It's an A for sure. Pretty solid A at that. I would definitely recommend it if you can find it in your area. Um, the distribution is relatively good, at least, because I'm here in Noonan, Georgia, and I'm getting it out here. And they're all the way out of Seattle, which makes me wonder if maybe they're owned by a bigger company. I don't know. Um, like I said, I probably should have done a little bit more research on the beer before I drank it, but it's Saturday. It's time for some football and some nice, easy drinking brews. So, plus I had a long week, so you'll have to excuse me for not doing my due diligence like I usually do with these beers. But anyway, 94 out of 100 for the Efflorescent Heartbeat from Seattle, Washington, Urban Family Brewing Company. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a great day, and until next time, everybody, cheers.